Well, welcome back to my workbench. It's a very frustrating evening. I'm working on a Apple transport card for an Apple II, and replacing this. I'm trying to replace this oscillator here, this 8 megahertz oscillator, and just a couple of caps I want to replace. And let's see, my main soldering iron broke. My secondary soldering iron says it's 694 degrees, and I can almost touch it without even hurting myself. So that's not 690. So my secondary soldering iron is dead. That leaves me with my solder removal tool, which is next to useless in terms of actually soldering. You can, but it's not advisable, and it gets too hot. So what I'm going to leave you with tonight is I had a little extra footage from the Sega Nomad I was working on, and I'll tack that on the end of this video. And I need to go on Amazon now and order a new soldering iron because I don't have any tools that work right now. This is completely snapped off here. And this doesn't heat up. Okay, so I will tack on the other video in a minute, and it'll probably bump it out to a good 15 minutes. And I gotta email my patrons to say, hey, it might take a day or two longer because I don't have a soldering iron that works. Ooh, okay. That's it for now. It's gonna jump cut in a second to the back end of that video, the other video. Thanks for watching. Well, I lied. I'm back. I always forget you have to just pull straight up on the shield, and that's the trick. And then there's just two screws here for the joystick port itself. What number screw did you guys use? Huh? That is a number 2. Ironically enough, I don't often have to pull this board. There's not a lot of caps going on under here. Put those down here. So that was it. This comes right out. Yeah, this little, not a clip, but it kind of angles out. Come on, Sega. You always don't want to come out the last part. Yeah, that was it. Oh, Sega. Alright. Come on. Would you like your home? What are you getting hooked on? I don't even see what the heck you're getting hooked on, buddy. Oh. See, I don't want to crack the plastic. You push it slightly and pop it up. I always forget how it goes. These little fiddly little things. Alright, so getting back to the reason I'm here. There's not a lot of caps on there to mess with. And B, where the heck am I going to put that controller at? Yeah, you pull up slightly. Get my static strap back on. So, where's the static strap? I don't want to handle this too much without protection. Big question is, where am I going to fit in a second joystick port? Let's see. Let's take a look here. Ironically, it looks like just off to the side of that one might work. You can see it's basically the exact, it's very similar port to it. Let's see. You want to keep it more or less flush. Maybe I'll do a flip it over now. Huh. Where am I going to put this thing? That's the big question. That is a possibility. Looks like here there is one plastic standoff there. Let's see, can we fit it here? Well. Brightness controls there. There's a standoff here. Didn't give me a lot of room to work with, guys. I want to go over here because this is where you need to press down. Same with here. Those are support structures. Well. Almost looking at, see, they had to cut out shield here too. So what I think I'll do is plan for, see, it doesn't need to come in as far as that one does. Well, about the same. What I'll have to do is a little creative placement here. I'm thinking, in case you're wondering, this is what the actual motherboard of a Nomad looks like. It's the 68,000 processor sitting there. There's your graphics controller there. And what I'm going to be tapping into is they have, let's see, the joystick here comes into here, goes to these opto isolators here, but there's another identical chip here. This is the joystick controller chip, and on the other board, where's that? The other board actually has, yeah, this is a regular standard joystick controller IC. We're over here too. 65, yeah. It's this guy here. This interprets what the all the pads go to. Let me see, double check that. Yeah, those go through. Yeah, this here is your standard. Sorry, this here is your standard. If you open up any kind of joystick, control pad from Sega, it's got the exact same chip in here, and I'll just be tacking into the lines. Probably on the, I'm not sure if it's going to be on this side or that on the other end. Probably on. I'll just run a ribbon cable over here to do that. Still doesn't get me. Doesn't answer a question. The question is, how am I going to fit this in here? As you can see, how actually quite large the body is. This one's identical depth, so I don't have room here because I hit the microprocessor. Only other thing maybe is I can trim down the plastic tabs on the side of this, at least on one side. And then, let's see, where does that put me? It puts me right underneath the brightness control. Height-wise, if I come up slightly proud of it, I'm thinking maybe still going over maybe where the CPU's at, kind of this section here. I might have to have it slightly proud of the case, but I don't think that's going to be too big of a deal. It only interferes with one screw hole here. The other alternative is putting it around here, but that's a little dangerous. I got nothing mechanically to hook onto. Is there anywhere else wacky and wild? These old consoles don't give you a lot of room to work with, by the way. The other alternative is maybe, yeah, I'm thinking maybe on the right side here. Well, Clint, I think you watch nearly all these videos, so let me know where you think you want to put it. Do you mind having it on the side here, or should I try to wedge it in down here somewhere? Either way, let's see. And I probably could still put it on the bottom, just a little bit closer to this bottom. Come in here and just come a little closer to this bottom surface here, and it should be able to work. Except this, actually, it's close, but I can cover it. And maybe I will go there. Yeah, I'm thinking either down the bottom here or on the side, so let me know in the comments or an email. Let me know, where do you think I should put the joystick port? The choices are here or on the side. I'm not sure which. So that's actually it for the night. Thanks for watching.